Mamma mia!
Well, hello everybody, this is Milesluigi, welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Bros. The Hunt for the Magical Key, where we're going to enter the warehouse. Which, wow, okay, quite literally the warehouse actually looks a lot like Super Mario Bros. 2, which actually comes to no surprise to me because these levels in Super Mario Bros. 2 actually kind of looked like warehouses anyway, so that's a perfect designation. This is 100 times better than a ghost house, and thankfully our warehouse is a big, gigantic, vertical warehouse. How many warehouses in the world, instead of being like this gigantic indoor parking lot, are big, gigantic, tall buildings? That's actually an interesting question. The thing is, if you make a big, gigantic, vertical building, there's an inherent problem. Can I go in this door? I can totally go in this door, and that door takes me to the key. I see. Oh, Phanto's not supposed to hurt you when he's not chasing you. I call shenanigans. But anyway, point being, if you have a giant vertical, I gotta get out of here. Giant vertical warehouse, you see the inherent problem is if you drop one thing, then bad things are gonna happen. Oh, I jumped right into the spikes. It's like, okay, we have this 20-story tall warehouse, and it has lots of shelf space. I can't go in that tube, really? I gotta try this again. Okay, so I've got the key. I'm gonna jump to the left here. I'm gonna try to go into the tube. It doesn't let me into the tube. It does not let me into the tube. Okay, I don't know why that tube is there. It's just filled with cement. Point being, you have your 20-story tall warehouse. You drop something. Well, it's broke, especially if you dropped it from the 20th story. I'm curious if there's any real-life examples, actually, of a really tall warehouse and somebody accidentally dropping something. And it's like, oops, I dropped it. It just fell very long distance, a couple of stories, actually. And, well, so there goes my cape. There goes my slow descent. I just jumped right into a bullet, so I'm running right into everything at the moment. But thankfully, the door's right there. Yaha! There we go. It cost all of our power-ups, but I've managed to make it to the end. You know, I died again. You know, I can't wait till the day till all of our warehouses are just 4-dimensional hypercubes. So it's like, well, we have warehouse here, but if we ship just a little bit in the 4th dimension, it's like another warehouse, or a little bit more in the 4th dimension, another warehouse. Wow! 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 I did that. I think the point being is that if we could store all of our stuff in a big gigantic hypercube, or I guess you would call it a hyper-rectangular prism? I don't know what you would call the 4-dimensional equivalent of not just like a square and a cube and a hypercube, which is called a tesseract, but a rectangle, because it would have 4 differently sided, well, sides. That's an interesting question. But yeah, like if all of our warehouses are 4-dimensional, we would have tons of storage space also. Am I going in? I am going in, okay. The bird face isn't necessarily the best lined up thing, but we have to fight Mouser, and, well, we gotta watch out because these bombs, they do blow up, and come on, there we go. That's what we want to do, is we want to do damage to Mouser, not to Mario. Okay, so now we know that bombs are very, very deadly things, so, like, we should probably let that bomb just blow up, alright, and wait for the next bomb, and there we go. Punt them up, punt them up. Oh! Careful with the bombs, they have very short fuses. Up it goes. Very short fuses. It's like, wow. Are these 5 seconds, actually? I'll count to the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 4 seconds. They're shorter lived than a grenade. That's all the thing is. The thing is, Mouser's like throwing them live and they blow up right away. I better get away from that one. This is why you don't play with high explosives, kids. I better run away from that one. There we go. I'm actually kind of curious because I've never really fully understood the Super Mario World bomb hitbox. I'm assuming it's the actual stars themselves are what hurt you. I've never quite understood, but I know I've been close to a bomb before and it hasn't hurt before. Maybe that's an analogy to real life bombs. I'm not entirely certain. In any case, we have climbed up the 20-story warehouse, which is definitely not represented by that map space right now, and we've made it over to number 6 castle. So here we go, Luigi. Are you ready to go into this castle? Here, yes, we are. Thunderous clouds, rotating things of doom, lava that eats your mushrooms. We've got it all going on here. Luigi, you better watch out and be careful here. Thankfully, the spin jump is a very powerful tool. Spin jump is not a very powerful tool when it doesn't fire. Okay. So we gotta watch out for the big gigantic Morning Star rotating platform Macy thingy bobber, and I died again. Damn it. Am I gonna have to take a trek all the way back to Mario's house? That's a very long trek at this point. It's a very far distance away, okay? There. Now that I actually have a mushroom and all of our goodies, I should be able to live, provided I jump through all this correctly. I should be good to go. Like, we were right next to a warehouse, and sure, it's a warehouse, but now it's like, oh, that's a bullshit hitbox. But now it's like, now we're in castle and thunderstorm outside, except it's not actually storming outside. It's just kind of black and thunder going on, which leads me to believe that there's some sort of electricity experiment going on inside the castle instead of that actually being outside. Someone's playing way too much with a gigantic Van de Graaff generator or something, a Tesla machine, some archaic 1800s, 19th century electronic machine when people really didn't understand electricity other than it kind of hurts. Much like lava hurts, but lava hurts in a completely different manner, by the way. It requires a certain amperage to kill you. Lava, it just kills you. It doesn't care. It's molten rock. You know, I see the holes in the floor and the ceiling, and I can't help but feel that like something's just gonna drop out of it and just go poop, and you're dead. And it's just like, ah! It's like enemies that jump out of holes, except in this case, it'd be an enemy that jumps out of the ceiling instead. It's like, wow, is a Buzzy Beetle gonna come out of one of those things? Thankfully, I don't have to worry about any of them right now. I'm just gonna wait for you to make it completely to the other side, because I really don't want to mess around with the spike and ball maze hitbox at the moment. So careful does it. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. That's what I was trying to do in the first place here, and provided I can be really careful with these here. Hitboxes aren't my friend with those things. Go, 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 go. Line platform into the lava. Okay, and up and down. This is going to go up and down and out of the lava, isn't it? Curious where the actual lava line is. Is it the bubbles, or is it the thing right below the bubbles? Well, in any case, we made it through the corridor of doom right outside the electronic maniac room, and now we're underwater, which thankfully there's no electronic experiments going on down here, because that would be very bad. You know, water itself is actually a very poor conductor of electricity, although the moment you throw just a little teeny bit of salt in it, all of a sudden just like, ah, I conduct electricity. That stuff zaps you. Your memory's gonna be erased, and you're probably gonna lose an extra life. I hope you have a 1-up mushroom on hand. I find it interesting that the 1-up mushroom. How do I get this P-switch? How do I get this P-switch? I want the P-switch. I want the P-switch. I can't get the P-switch. There's a box in the way. Guess we're gonna have to get a hammer to break the box. Oh, well, literally! I was just making. Thanks, game. Nice. Okay, I appreciate this power-up. Yes, very much so. Let's pick up my P-switch. Can I keep it? I want to keep the hammer the rest of the game. Yes, I very much want to keep the hammer the rest of the game. I would really appreciate it if we kept the hammer the rest of the game, because I agree with the idea of hammer. Warning, hammer will be lost if you exit the level. Use the pipe to restore the level. Aww, I want to keep the hammer. Unfortunately, Luigi decides to just throw the hammer with his pile of hammers back at home, instead of, well, actually using the hammer. Oh, wait. Shoot. I lost the hammer at the power-up. Fudge? No! Load state. Do this room again. Ah, much better. So, hit the P-switch. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Super Mario World wasn't necessarily made with the idea of swinging a hammer around, was it? Not particularly. But anyway. Oh, the door was locked. Oh, I thought I was getting myself a secret exit. Okay, I guess you needed to enter the reset pipe, which I could have done. But unfortunately, oh, Luigi just tossed that hammer with his pile of hammers at home. Now I could just imagine, like in a closet room in Mario and Luigi's houses, they literally have a closet where like half the closet is just filled with hammers that they've collected on their adventure. That actually begs a interesting question here. Like, there's been a lot of Mario games. What hammer is Mario's best hammer? That is, if we look at that closet, which hammer would you pick if it's like we want to pick the best hammer out there? Of course, the easy answer is like Paper Mario's Ultra Hammer, but just my intuition's telling me that there has to be a better hammer in there than just Ultra Hammer. Answer this question for me, YouTube audience. What is Mario's best hammer? Okay, and if we were to look at his closet at home, what hammer should he pick if he wants to pick his best hammer? Maybe it's like his personal favorite hammer. Now, I like this boss because I can stay far, far, far away from him, which is very contradictory to what this boss is actually in Super Mario Bros. 2. Oh gosh, he spiked that hammer right at me, and yeah, I got him to 0 hits again, didn't I? I totally did, didn't I? Oh gosh, that crab's coming right after me. Actually, now that I made that observation, I think it's a very true thing. Bosses in I died again. Bosses in Super Mario World are much easier to fight if you can just keep your distance away from them, which I think is actually a general trait upon all bosses. Because like I can stay away from the giant hurt box of doom coming careening my way, or any of the hurt boxes that the hurt box is generating, or all that stuff. Like, on the other hand, you can't really engage the boss unless you have, like, a laser ability or the ability to just toss a rock for it to stumble over. I like this boss because it's like I don't have to directly engage him. I just have to put a rock in his way for him to stumble on. Or Giant would climb up onto one of these platforms, and it's like, yeah, I'm just going to climb up onto one of these platforms. Oh, he just snipped me and I died! No! We're going to get some Fist of the North Star style stuff there. Snip, 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 snip. Instead of that, Luigi just died from snip, 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 snip. That's a very painful death, I must tell you. And it just happened again! Snip, 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 snip. And Luigi is already dead. Very much dead. Give me a little bit to beat the crab. Maybe there was a couple of more hits than I thought. Does the boss counter always go down to 0 when you die? No, no, no! It does go down to 0 when you die. Okay, fuck it, I don't have the patience for this shit anymore. This boss isn't that, it's just, fuck you. I think that boss would have been a lot better if I would have had a power-up going into it. Actually, if I don't mind it, since I already save-stated after beating him, let's just say I died. Do I actually go back to the hammer room and have to do the whole hammer thing all over again while Mario has to enter the level? I totally do. Damn it. Also, wow, my save state was at terrible timing. I guess I'm killing the crab again. Yeah, I hate it when I have to go through half a stage and then fight a boss and then die to the boss because the boss is difficult, and then I have to go half a stage and then fight the boss. And anyway, after that, the egg thanks us, and Luigi, what is your plan for that castle? Well, your plan for the castle is just to wipe it completely out of existence. I completely agree with the experiments they're doing in there. That castle needs to go away. Anyway, yeah, okay. Has defeated the Clawgrip and castle tip. The key is in another castle. Aw, shoot, we didn't find the right key. It's almost as likely if when the world recombobulates together that your ultimate objective is always at the last castle that you check every single time. It's like someone's playing a card trick. Also, is that fish totally flops when you go? Yeah, it totally does. Wow. I'm gonna induce that fish to flop. Nice! Yes, this is entertaining. Floppy fish, floppy fish. Anyway, I think we have a true mystery tube. Holy cow, because we're at the end of World 6. Where is this tube going to go? I don't know. We don't know where this tube goes. It's a true mystery tube. Oh my gosh, and before you say it just goes here, well, that tube's already being used by World 2, so ultimate true mystery tube. A go. Real mystery tube. It's a real mystery tube. Where's it gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Well, we're gonna find out in the next episode of Let's Play Super Mario Brothers, The Hunt for the Magical Key. Anyway, this has been Milesluigi. See you then.